What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cold Waters with Tuffy the Great. Now, before you guys get all freaked out, I know there's about 1 billion videos involving Cold Waters on YouTube right now, especially if it's anybody who plays any type of military game. Everybody is just going gaga over this game, and for a good reason. This is an amazing game. And I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to put a video up. This is one of those games I was going to be selfish with. Ooh, alpha. I was going to be selfish with. This is one of those games that I was going to keep to myself, to play just for me. But I had to do something. So we're gonna start a campaign, and we're gonna do a couple of missions, and you're gonna get an idea. And the reason why I say I had to do something is there are people out there that are putting out videos with Cold Waters, and they have like no idea what they're doing. Not that I'm Captain King shit here, that I'm so amazing at this game that once you watch this video, you will have a great understanding of how the game works. That's not what I'm trying to say. But there is certain elements to the game. It's a sub simulator, but it's not like Silent Hunter level sub simulator. It's not so stupidly in depth that there's this giant learning curve, and it's also, but it's not at the same time. It's not like World of Warships with submarines. It's not so arcadey. It strikes this amazing balance where it sits just right in the middle of that, and it's just simulator enough to make you feel like this complete BA, but it's arcadey enough that it's easy to pick up and it's fun to play. So it's really great. But people are playing it like I've seen both ends of the spectrum, and I had somebody, they were playing it, and I was like sitting there, and I was just like rubbing my forehead. I was just like, oh my god, what are you doing? He's playing it like he plays Silent Hunter. He's really, really good at Silent Hunter, and he puts up Silent Hunter videos. He's running around. He's running around, looking through his periscope all the time. He's, trying to plot firing solutions based on. He's playing it. He's running around at like 5 knots and 20 feet below the surface of the water, 40 feet below the surface of the water. That's not how you play the game, But at the same time. And of course, he's getting caught because there's a thermal layer, and the deeper you go, the quieter your ship can be, depending on how awesome that thermal layer is. If you're going to sit at 50 feet the whole time, you're going to get caught by helicopters and aircraft. But at the same time, there's a guy, he put up a video. I mean, he's running around. He's like 100 feet down. He's at flank speed. He's cavitating. And we'll go over what cavitating is here in a little bit. He's banging away with his active sonar the whole time. Aircraft are dropping sonar buoys to try to ascertain the helicopters are trying to ascertain his situation, his position, and he's like doing donuts around them, and then of course, like 6 bear foxtrots drop torpedoes at him. I mean, he was making so much noise that the entire ocean heard where he was. And then he actually, after he gets blown up, he goes, man, aircraft are so OP in this game. No, they're not. You just have to hide from them. So I've seen it on both ends of that spectrum. So I just wanted to do, and it can look not fun from that viewpoint. And so I wanted you guys to be able to watch it and get an idea of what the game is, because I want you to look at this game and I want you to say, that's fun. I like that. I want to buy that. And it's $40 on Steam. Definitely, if you're in any kind of simulator, or you're in any type of wartime simulator games, definitely worth your time. Definitely worth your money. I highly recommend this game. So we're going to kind of jump into it here. We have 2 campaigns to choose from. We have North Atlantic 1984, and we have the North Atlantic in 1968. We'll go with, we'll do 1984 just because that's kind of closer to my time. Alright, let's start there. Yes. Alright, so we have a couple of choices right off the bat. We can choose from a Los Angeles class attack sub, which is the big bad girl up until about the mid-90s. that they really tried to replace with things like the Seawolf class, and the Seawolf was just super expensive. I think they only built like 2 or 3 of them. And then there was another class of submarine that they tried to build that they only built like 1 or 2 of. And now, of course, we have the Virginia class submarine, which is the U.S.'s newest class of sub. But we'll see. So you have the Los Angeles class attack sub, great sub. You have the Narwhal class nuclear sub. It's kind of a little bit smaller. It's a little bit faster. I don't know if it's faster. I think it's actually slower, but it's a little more maneuverable. It's a smaller sub. Yeah, subs can actually get smaller. Sturgeon, not a bad little sub. You play with, I think it's this one when you're doing training. It's actually pretty maneuverable. And a permit class. Kind of looks like a bigger Sturgeon, doesn't it? And then the Skipjack class, and that thing is just, it just looks absurdly old. So yeah. So we're actually going to go with the Los Angeles class. Okay. From Cub Supplant to Commander Tuffy the Great, our new command assignment, effective immediately, you're hereby assigned a Los Angeles class submarine USS Norfolk, SSN 714. Congratulations and good luck. Yay! Go Tuffy. The difference between captain and commander. Just because you're in charge of the ship doesn't mean you're a commander. Okay. New President-elect Ronald Reagan has begun his term in office with establishing a harsh tone against the Soviet Union. The former California governor, once a Democrat, is reputed for his anti-communist stance and active part taking sorting out socialist friendlies in Hollywood in the 1950s. Okay. Breslev's legacy, stagnation, and paranoia. The death of General Secretary Leonid Brezhnev is sure to result in considerable debate within Kremlin walls. The latest decade has been one of stagnation, increased bureaucratization, I don't know if I said that right, of the Soviet colossus. The recent announcement of Strategic Defense Initiative (SDI) regarding several independent political and security analysts are expressing a growing concern over the Reagan administration maybe pressing the Soviets too hard. The SDI was a real thing. That is the Star Wars missile defense platform. For those of you who know, that was actually real. So they're following real events here. When Russians shoot down the airliner. International outrage over the Soviet Air Force shoots down a Korean Airlines flight over the Sakhalin Islands. All 269 passengers and crew aboard were killed. The Politburo issued a statement claiming the plane was on a spy mission on behalf of the U.S. We regard this as a deliberate provocation to test our military preparedness or even attempt to provoke a war, the Soviet Minister of Defense said. Yeah, that is... that might be part of the reason why China thinks the U.S. is always trying to spy on it. We're trying to defend ourselves or set things up to defend other people, and China's like, we don't want you there, you're going to spy on us. Because the Russians always thought we were spying on them. After the U-2 incident, and they knew we had satellites in the sky, but anything flew over Russia, they thought we were trying to spy on them. It didn't matter if it was a chicken. We were trying to spy on them. We had a radar attached to that chicken. We were spying on them. Development of the new Pershing II nuclear ballistic missile has commenced at locations around West Germany. The introduction of this high-capacity theater weapon in the United States nuclear arsenal has already been the cause of controversy between NATO and the Warsaw Pact, as well as within Germany itself. Okay. The Warsaw Pact was Russia and all of its allies, signed in Warsaw, Poland. In a hearing, Director of the DIA, Lieutenant General James B. Williamson, told the Senate and Defense Intelligence Agency's assessment of Soviet response to the NATO Able Archer 83 exercise held in November of 83, and Mr. Williamson told the story a little too close to comfort. So Able Archer was a real thing. It was a joint exercise in the Atlantic between the United States and NATO, and nobody told the Russians about it, and so when the Russians got wind of it, they thought it was real. They thought we were trying to invade Russia. Even amongst enemies, you have to let them know what's going on. When I was stationed in Cuba, the Cubans would say, hey, we're going to conduct these many drills this month at this location. And we would go to the Cubans and we would say, hey, we're going to do live fire exercises this day and that day this month. Even among enemies, you have to let them know what's going on so that panic doesn't happen. Because when panic happens, stupidity happens. Reds attack, war declared. There's that stupidity. Soviet infantry, supported by armored units and strike aircraft, stormed across the Fulda Gap today in a surprise attack. The Fulda Gap is where top strategists decided that if the USSR was going to invade, that's where they would do it. In a surprise attack, initial negotiation attempts rapidly broke down, and a state of war has officially been declared between NATO forces and the Soviet Union. NATO losses are reportedly high. At the time, Russia had like some peak stuff. Alright, so our mission orders are: intelligence has discerned a pattern of movements of enemy at sea replenishment tankers. A small enemy force, including 1 or 2 ships, is expected to sail from Archangel momentarily for a rendezvous near the Barents Sea. You order to find this group before it completes its replenishment of enemy forces. You'll also get a chance at any submarines that this group is intended to support, but tenders and tankers are the mission's target. We can locate and sink the enemy replacement tankers, locate and sink any nearby submarines if possible, avoid detection by anti-submarine patrols. We are weapons free, and we must maintain weapons radio silence until otherwise directed. Very cool. Okay, so let's set off in our submarine. Let's rearm and repair here. Let me take a look, because I just want to make sure. So we've got the UGMs. These are anti-ship missiles, and then of course we have the Mark 48 torpedoes. So yeah, okay. So cast off anchors away. So we're going to go full speed. We're going to click to the left side of our mouse here, and we're going to go full speed. Not seeing anything there, so we might be able to sneak into the Barents Sea. They will come out of just like nowhere. Okay, normally they kind of come up here. So we're gonna come up here and we're gonna hide kind of amongst the ice here. There they are. Alright, we're gonna come right at them. Your position, how you come at the enemy, has to do with how it happens in real life. We have a new sonar contact bearing 114. We are at 150 feet. Our heading is 28, so we need to come right to 114. Our speed is 10 knots. All hands to battle stations. Alright, so let's full right rudder to 114. Let's check our conditions. So we do have a strong layer at 122 feet. And we're at 150 feet right now. So we're coming right full rudder, so we're going to come to course 114, and then I'm going to drop us down to about 200 feet. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We are going to slow down. We're on a degree of 1. Alright, so they are right on top of us. .104 bearing designates Sierra 3. Okay, so we have a Sierra 1, so I'm going to click on him. And I am... So we're being pinged. I'll try to figure out what this guy is here. Oh. And we're going to run silent. Oh, I'll bet you that's it. I will bet you that is it. I'll bet you it looks pretty strong. Alright, so we're going to actually come left. We are going to come to a course of about 80 degrees. I want to try to get best read. Now, your sonar array is towed. You can't see it. It's not rendered. but you do have your towed sonar array in this game. So we're going to come left to 80 degrees to try to get our best possible bearing on S1, and it is indeed a Kriviak. Okay, so we're going to identify him. I'm going to take a look at what S3 is here. Close, but no cigar. There it is. It's a Canaan. And what is S2? This is a Dawn. So we are going to switch back to target Sierra 1. They are on bearing 123. So we are going to come left. I am going to drop us at a 15-degree bow angle, dive angle here. To about 124. We're going to right full rudder. Bearing 122. Make your depth 200 feet, 10-degree down angle, below negative to the mark. Range to target 11,000 yards and moving away. 15 knots I. So this is how you play this game. We popped up. We turned our submarine. We got a great view of everything. We haven't even increased our speed yet. We're still doing 5 knots. We're diving down to 200 feet. So we have optimal position to launch our weapons. Ease off on your bow planes, 5-degree down angle I. Passing 170 feet. Level out the dive planes. So this is how this game is meant to be played. We are hunting. We are very quiet and we're hunting. We're not running around at freaking flank speed. We're not, you know, banging away with our active sonar. They don't even know we're here. They're 14,000 yards out. We're going to increase speed to 2/3. They're 11,000 yards out. They don't even know we're here. 2-1, bearing 112, range 8,000 yards. Fire 1. 2-2, bearing 131, range 9,000 yards. Fire 2. See, and now we wait. We are going to speed up time. I don't think we have compressions yet, so we're going to speed up time just a little bit. But this is the thing, is I'm speeding up time to kind of hurry this along. I'm not speeding up time and maneuvering around like this. We lost the Kriviak 1. Last bearing was 135. Dawn 110. Torpedo has acquired. Torpedo is acquired and is homing. And there it is right there. Here's the ship. We are good on target. Torpedo 2 has acquired the target. hit. Torpedo 1, impact. Torpedo 2 is acquiring. Torpedo 2 is homing and acquiring. New contact. Bearing 149, designation target Sierra 4. All ahead, 1/3 eye. Let's see if we can. Oh, Charlie. This is a submarine. Reload. Torpedo tube 1. Torpedo tube 3. Bearing 119. Range 11,000 yards. Fire. Tube 4. Designation Charlie 2. SSG. Bearing 160. Range 10,000 yards. Fire 4. See if I can get a better classification here. Reload tube 3 and reload tube 4, please. Bearing 800 degrees, new course. Torpedoes are running hot and normal. We have wire brake on both torpedoes. We're going to use our ballast to submerge ourselves right now. We're not going to use our bow planes. I want to get down to 250 feet. See, guys, patience. It's all about patience. This is an amazing game. It is so much fun to play, but you have got to be patient with it. We are at 250 feet. Let's see what happens here. We're going to speed this up just a little bit because they don't know where we are. Rigging ship for ultra quiet eye. Alright. Torpedo is homing and it is acquiring. Oh, they dropped a noisemaker. Torpedo is going to maneuver around. They are evading. This is something that real submariners don't have the ability to do. It says, look at the torpedoes. Alright, here we go. Target. Looks like the submarine may have. Oh no, it didn't. Torpedo is going after the sub, and there she is. So this is one of the subs that was intended to. They think it's a Victor. I think it's a Charlie. That sure does look like a Charlie to me. Oh, maybe it's just a... So there she is. That is a Victor class attack submarine. Look at that guy. And we are going to get him. He hasn't even maneuvered. He's trying to... Oh, he's cavitating hard, too. Oh, Good hit. Victor 3 is down, gentlemen. Well done. Well done. So that is a good day for the USS Norfolk, I think, guys. We are going to increase speed ahead to third. Yeah, they don't break up or anything. They just sit on the bottom. It's going to go. Yes, the USS Norfolk. And that is it. So that's how you hunt a little bit. I'm going to show you guys what cavitation is while we're sitting here, while we're kind of free clear. I think we've done everything. So what happens with cavitation is you're going too fast for the water conditions. So increase our speed to ahead standard. So this is going to push us up to about 20 knots right here. This is typical maneuvering speed. The sub is actually quite maneuverable at a head standard. Oh, we better be careful. We're at 400 feet. Now, if we go to it head full, this would put us up to 25 knots. And now we're cavitating. So what's happening is the sub is vibrating, and it's creating cavitations in the water behind it. And it's actually making noise. It's like a giant beacon that says, I'm here, I'm over here, shoot me, yay! And you almost can't help yourself with the simulation stuff. The make your depth 20 feet. You almost can't help it with this game. This game is so awesome. Anyway, and so it's like a huge beacon saying, here I am, come kill me, come kill me. And so that's what cavitation is. It makes a ton of noise in the water, and it's because that's how you pinpoint everything. That's the easiest way to find a sub, is through their cavitation. So that's why I say be careful. Let me see what else can I show you. Well, hopefully later on I have to show you how to, if we get into a sub fight, because I'm going to keep going here. This might be a little bit of a video, but I'm going to keep going because I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. So yeah, all right, let's get out of here. Leave combat. The Kanan, Kravik 1, Dawn, and Victor 3 were all sank. Good for us. We have 12 Mark 48s left. We still have 2 Mosses, 8 new UGMs. We don't have any Tomahawks left. Superb effort in locating and eliminating the enemy's ability to replenish their submarines and ports at sea. Keep up the good work. Further orders transmitted on this downlink. So we're just going to continue going here because I want to play another mission. I want to get another one in before I go to work. And I really love playing this game. Like, seriously, I get off work in the morning and all I can think about is waking up and playing this. It's a great game. Safe seas. Several NATO naval groups have recently been operating unopposed. A Pentagon spokesperson revealed that the enemy's ability to efficiently operate around the Barents Sea has been drastically diminished for reasons that remain classified. Of course they do. All right, to the USS Norfolk. From Comsablant. Intel report suggests due to bad weather for the next 7 days, Soviet naval air assets will be grounded on the area of Arkhangelsk. This creates a tactical window of opportunity in which you will exploit. You will must plot a course to within 100 miles of Archangel in order to launch at least 10 TLAM missiles at this target. Important, if you do not have 10 TLAM missiles aboard now, we must return to Holy Lock and rearm with 10 TLAMs for this missile. I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm not good at these. So we're gonna see how this goes. So we lost West Germany. Bummer. So we're gonna stick. Oh good, there's a sub-patrol there. 2 sub-patrols. That is something that is kind of cool about this game. The game itself is actually quite reactive. Yeah, see, they're hunting for us. The game itself is actually quite reactive. The game will react to things that you do. Yeah, see, they're hunting us. We have 2 subfleets that are out hunting little old Tuffy. Which makes me feel good, because that means that I am harassing the crap out of the Russians. They are extremely mad at me right now. But that also means that it's going to be very, very hard to get into Archangel. The Reds invade Norway this morning. Warsaw Pact troops across the border into Norway. Spearhead divisions and surgically directed from major bridges, railways, highways, crossings, airfields that seem to be well prepared and orchestrated attack. The situation is still very unclear, but civilians around northern Norway have been immediately evacuated in accordance with pre-war plans. So there they are in Norway now. You can see a little red tank up in northern Norway. Alright, so we're at Holy Lock. Let's go ahead and dock. We have been in war for 4 days. One mission has been accomplished. Merchant sank, 1 submarine sank, and 2 warships sank. Okay. Alright, so we're going to rearm and repair. We are going to get rid of our UGMs. And we are going to load up our T-LAMs. We're going to load up 10 of those. And then the last 2, we're going to go ahead and load 2 more torpedoes. Alright. So there we go. Cast off. So now we have kind of an added challenge in that we have to try to sneak past these 2 sub-patrols. So we are going to... more. Battle for Norway. Norway, the Soviet army keeps pushing further the front line into Norway. Civilian casualties increase as long-range artillery aircraft make broad-scale attacks and assumed NATO pre-installations. So you can see that they're moving further into Norway. I kind of wish our recon flights would catch a hold of those submarines because I don't like not knowing where they are. So we are now officially behind enemy lines. We are passing by Murmansk. And we are moving into Archangel. So we're getting there. Is a contact. Great. Our speed is 26 knots. What we are going to do is we are going to run silent. So what we actually end up, we have to get to this little blue circle. This little blue circle is our mission area. So what is that? So let's make our course 140. So I'm actually going to pause the game. I'm going to pause the video because this could take a while. So I'll catch up with you guys here in just a minute. Okay, so we have reached the layer. We have reached our launch point. Set that one there. That little booster comes off, it's gonna go. So we are launching a load of 10 T-LAMs. That's 3, so that means we'd have to launch 3, 3, 3, and 1. We're doing this during broad daylight, which is kind of weird. Alright, good hit, good hit. And they just kind of circle around. And then this one's going to splash in the water. So that's 3 more tubes ready. So that's 9 weapons are away. Alright, so we're going to actually watch this one. This is kind of cool to watch. There it goes. It's kind of cool to watch, right? So it should be it for the T-Lambs. So we are going to... prepare to get the heck out of here. Start diving down. Because we are above 140 feet. I actually wanted to get to about 150 feet, but I forgot whenever you rig the ship for ultra quiet, for some reason I don't know, it gives you a 5-degree up bubble. I don't know if that's something that actually happens, I don't know. But we need to head due north and start cooking out of here. That's it. Our payload is gone. The USS Norfolk has completed her mission. I want to drop us down to about 350 feet. We're below the layer, but we should be good. No vessels nearby. Let's check it out. Disappointed we were unable to fill the mission parameters. Newish. No. Well, whatever. Eat me. Alright. Well, everybody, I think after that failed mission, let's get a new mission here. Intelligence indicate that any Spetsnaz command will land from the submarine in the vicinity of Trondheim. They intend to report our submarines and perhaps sabotage a naval base. You order to intercept and eliminate them before they land. Well, we are going to go back to the map screen, and we're going to call it a day. I have to go get ready for work. Adulting calls. I'm actually thinking about live streaming this game. I got to be honest with you. So, that's it for today. This is Cold Waters, a submarine simulator, but kind of on the lower end of the spectrum, the more arcade end of the spectrum. It's absolutely awesome. $40 on Steam, completely worth your money. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video today. And if you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know how I'm doing. And just, I want to give a shout out to another YouTuber. His name is Jive Turkey. If you want to see how this game is really played, Jive Turkey was actually a submariner on a submarine, so he knows a lot about how to do all this stuff. And he uses actual tactics, and he uses actual maneuvering. And he knows how to use all the stuff, the ESM mask, the radar mask. He knows how to use all of it. And his videos are actually a lot of fun to watch. He's just been eating up this game, and with good reason. So if you want to check out a really, really in-depth explanation on how the game is played, go ahead and head over to Jive Turkey's channel and watch his videos. He's doing a great job. So that's it for today. I am Tuffy the Great. This was Cold Waters, and I will catch you guys later.